Hi guys, welcome to Shai's Asana. Today we have a flow focusing on our third eye chakra, which is also called the Ajna chakra, and it's located right in the middle of your brows. The third eye chakra is associated with sight and seeing, both physical and intuitive. So when you tune into your higher self and you receive your inner guidance, that's when your third eye chakra is activated. So today we're going to really dig deep inside ourselves, see physically and see intuitively. So let's start seated on the mat. You can sit in any position that feels comfortable to you. Drop your hands down onto your lap, either on your knees or just resting, or you can be kneeling like Patrice with them just in front of you. Close your eyes. Start to focus on the breath. Deep inhale in through your nose. And exhale through your nose. Deep inhale. Long exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And if you would repeat after me, either just into yourself or out loud. I am united with the vibration of the infinite. I am united with the vibration of the infinite. I am united with the vibration of the infinite. And flutter your eyes open. Let's turn to face the short edge of the mat, rolling onto your hips. Extend your legs forward. Flex both feet. Find a long spine here in Tadasana. Just sit here for a moment. Find this length. Length through to your heels and length up to your crown. Then bend your right knee and allow your right knee to open down to the mat. Place the sole of the right foot on the inside of the left thigh. Face your extended left leg. Bring your arms overhead and then bow forward. Trying to bring your forehead down close to your leg. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, find some length. And exhale, finding depth. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Walk your hands back to lift your torso up. Extend both legs. Bend your left leg. Allow your left knee to drop open to the side, placing the sole of your left foot on the inner right thigh. Arms come overhead on your inhale. Exhale, bow forward over the extended right leg, trying to bring your forehead close to the knee or to the shin. Lengthen on your inhale and deepen on your exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more breath here. Inhale and exhale. Walk your hands back towards your torso. Extend both legs. Find length. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, arms come overhead. Exhale, bow forward. Paschimottanasana, forward fold. Trying to reach for those feet. Trying to bring that forehead deep down towards your legs. Bowing forward. Maybe play around with closing your eyes here and seeing how you feel. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more inhale. Exhale. On your next inhale, walk your hands back to lift your torso up. Roll onto one leg, legs behind you, come into tabletop. Wrists right under shoulders and knees right under hips. Inhale, dropping your belly for cow, gazing up, lifting the hips. Exhale, rounding your spine for cat, looking down at your navel. Inhale for cow, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, round your spine into cat. Looking down at your navel, tucking your chin. Inhale for cow once more. And exhale, coming into cat. Good. Drop your forearms down onto the mat. So elbows come where the hands were. And then tuck your toes under. Start to lift your kneecaps. Come into dolphin. Knees can still be bent here. You want to really lift your tailbone up high, finding that upside down V shape, like a down dog, but with your forearms on the mat. Push the mat away so you can really push the chest back, coming towards your thighs. Look at the mat. Continue to breathe. Lengthen those heels down towards the mat. Find the stretch in your hamstrings. Let's walk our dolphin here by bending one knee and then the other, switching which leg bends. Arms are pressing into the mat so your forehead stays lifted. Make sure your forehead is not on the mat. And then gently walk your feet back a little bit more, coming into forearm plank, finding one long plane from your crown to your heels, keeping those hips lifted, pushing the mat away. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Exhale, drop your knees to the mat, bring them together. Walk your hands back, sit in Virasana. Bring your hands behind you, clasp all 10 fingers together, open your heart, look up. Exhale as you bow forward, bring your forehead to the mat, arms come overhead. Inhale as you rise back up, keep the hands clasped, find a slight back bend as you look up. Exhale, bow forward, arms come back overhead, forehead touches the mat. One more inhale as you rise your torso up, look up. Exhale, bow forward, forehead comes to the mat, clasped hands come up overhead. Release the hands from behind your back, walk them out. Bring the elbows down, tuck the toes under, open the knees a little bit wider, and then send the hips up and back, find dolphin again. Push the mat away, get that chest further and further back. Lift the tailbone up nice and high. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Exhale, walk your feet back a little bit, come into forearm plank. Finding that one long line from your crown to your heels, pushing the mat away, lifting your hips, engaging your core. Looking down at the mat, right in between your so you're not tucking your chin. You have a long neck. Keep looking at the space right in between your thumbs. Can you close your eyes? Open your eyes. Good. Walk your feet forward, come into dolphin again. Then pick up your hands and place them where your elbows were, coming into down dog. So good. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale as you bend your knees, lift your heels, look forward, step to the top of the mat, in between your hands for your forward fold. Bend your knees slightly. Maybe grab opposite elbows, perhaps swaying a little from side to side. Release your neck, let the head hang heavy. Then release the hands to the mat. Push the hands into the mat or into your shins as you lengthen. Lift up halfway, find a long spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale as you rise to stand with a flat back. Arms come overhead. Exhale, bring palms to touch and then bring them in front of your third eye. Stand here in Tadasana, close your eyes. Inhale, bring your arms overhead. Exhale, hinge forward and fold. Inhale as you lift up halfway, look up. Fold forward. Plant your palms, step your feet to the back of the mat. Hold your high plank on your inhale. Exhale, bend your elbows, chaturanga. Inhale, take your cobra or your up dog. And exhale, shoot your hips up and back as you come into down dog, tucking your toes. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Step to the top of the mat in between your hands, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand with a flat back as your arms come up. Exhale, palms come to touch. Bring those palms together down in front of your third eye and close your eyes. Inhale, bring your arms overhead. Exhale, sit your hips back and down, coming into chair pose. Switch all of your weight over into your left leg. Your left foot is straight. Right foot lifts off the mat. Cross the right ankle on top of the left knee, coming onto a figure four chair or a pigeon chair. Breathe here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Can you bring your palms together and bring them down in front of your third eye? Wrap your ribs in. Point that tailbone down. Maybe you can close your eyes here. Test your balance. On your next inhale, rise to stand as you release the figure four and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway, lengthen. Exhale, fold, plant your palms, step to the back of the mat, hold your high plank, and then exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, shoot those hips up and back, tuck your toes, come into your down dog. Inhale, lift your right leg up behind you. Exhale, step your right foot in between your hands. Lower your left knee to the mat. Lift your torso, raise your arms for Anjali Asana. 2 90-degree angles with your legs, L shapes. Wrapping those ribs in, pulling the right femur bone back and pulling the left femur bone up, finding that engagement. Bring your hands together. Palms come in front of your third eye. Slight back bend, look up. Exhale as you fold forward, flexing the right foot towards your face, framing the right foot with your hands. Ardha Hanumanasana, half splits pose. Bring that forehead close to your knee. Maybe slide that right foot forward a little further for a deeper stretch. Good. Inhale. And exhale. Plant your palms next to your right foot. Bend the right knee. Tuck the left toes under as you lift the left knee up. Coming into Crescent Lunge. Lift your torso, raise your arms. Palms come together. Bring those hands down in front of the third eye. Look up, little back bend here. Good. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, come back to center. Arms come overhead. Exhale as you release your hands to the mat, framing your right foot. Really push that weight into your right leg as you step up onto it, lifting the left leg up behind you for standing splits. Hips are square. Left leg is parallel to the mat, left toes are flexed. Maybe you can bring one hand to wrap around your ankle. Maybe you can bring both, testing your balance. Plant your palms. Make sure your left palm is planted firmly into the mat. Raise your right arm to the sky, twisting your torso to the right, finding that twist in your standing splits. One more breath here. Then release your right hand to the mat. Bend your left knee and start to bring it forward, but don't set it down. Instead, lift your torso up. Come all the way up with your bent left knee. Lift up the left knee. And then place your left hand on the left knee, right hand onto your right hip. Open the left knee to the side and grab the ankle, placing the sole of the left foot on the inside of the right thigh. If this is a little bit tricky for you, you can always bring that foot down to the inside of the shin or the ankle. Bring one hand to your heart center, maybe both. If this feels stable for you, bring your hands in front of your third eye. If this feels stable for you, maybe close your eyes. And then release to the mat, standing in Tadasana. Good. Inhale, bring your arms overhead. Exhale, sit your hips back and down, coming into chair pose. Shift the weight into your right leg this time. Start to lift your left foot up off the mat. Left knee is bent. Cross the left ankle on top of your right knee. Figure 4 or pigeon chair. Wrap the ribs in, point the tailbone down. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Maybe bring the palms to touch and bring them down in front of that space in between your eyebrows. Balancing here. Can you close your eyes? Inhale to rise, release the chair, arms come overhead. Exhale, hinge and forward fold. Inhale, lift up, halfway lengthen. Exhale, plant your palms, bend your knees, step to the back of the mat, high plank. Hold on your inhale. Exhale to chaturanga. Inhale, take your back bend, cobra or up dog. Exhale, shift those hips up and back, tucking your toes, down dog. Inhale, lift your left leg up behind you. Exhale, step the left foot in between your hands, lower the right knee, untuck the right toes, lift the torso, raise the arms, Anjali Asana. Wrapping the ribs in, tailbone is pointed down, legs make 2 90-degree angles. Find that engagement of your core and of your glutes. Bring your hands together, down in front of the third eye. Slight back bend as you look up. Good. Exhale, come up and release your hands to the mat, framing your left foot as you flex that left foot back. Coming into Ardha Hanumanasana, left leg is straight. Trying to bring that forehead closer and closer to your left leg. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One more inhale. Exhale, bend your knee. Your left knee bends as you shift your hips forward a little bit, planting your palms, tuck your right toes, lift the right knee. Coming into Crescent Lunge, arms come up as your torso rises. Bring the palms to touch and hands come down in front of the third eye area. As you find a slight back bend here, look up. Take another breath. On your exhale, bring your hands down to the mat, framing your left foot. Really shift that weight forward into the left foot as you step forward, lifting the right leg up behind you, keeping it lifted, straightening both legs, standing splits. Maybe you bring one hand to wrap around your left ankle, perhaps both. Place your hands on the mat. Firmly root down with your right hand as you lift your left arm to the sky, finding your twist in your standing splits. Take one more deep breath here. Inhale and exhale. Release your left hand to the mat. Find the balance on your left leg. Slightly bend it and bend your right knee. Start bringing your right knee up and lift your torso up. Come to stand. Right knee is still bent and it comes parallel to the mat. Bring your left hand to your left hip, right hand to your right knee. Open your right knee out to the side and then grab the ankle and place the sole of the right foot on the inner left thigh for tree pose. If you feel comfortable and stable, Bring one of your hands to heart center. Then perhaps bring the other one to join it. Tailbone is pointed down here. Make sure you're not arching your back. If you feel stable here, maybe bring those hands up in front of the third eye center. Perhaps try closing your eyes. On your next inhale, release your right foot to the mat. Lift your arms overhead. Look up. Good. Exhale, hinge forward and fold. Inhale, lift up halfway, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Good. Plant your palms as you bend your knees, step to the back of the mat. Come up into high plank. Hold your high plank. Then lower your elbows to the mat, coming into forearm plank. Gaze at that space in between your thumbs. Feel strong here and grounded. Start to walk your feet forward, coming into dolphin pose. Push the mat away here, feeling strong in your forearms. Looking at that space in between the forearms on the mat. Let's play around with lifting one leg at a time. Lift your right leg up. And then bring it down. Lift your left leg up. And release it to the mat. Now either continuing to switch your leg lifts or perhaps trying to come into a forearm balance. Maybe lifting one leg up and then bringing the other one to join it. And then release. Bring the knees down to the mat. Open the knees up a little bit wider as you sit your hips back and down. Coming into child's pose. Release your forehead to the mat. Extend those arms long out on the mat in front of you. Take some deep breaths here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale and exhale. Good. Start to lift your hips up, coming into tabletop position. Cross your ankles behind you and release your hips down onto the mat behind your ankles. Then scoot down into the middle of the mat and roll down onto your backs. Bring your knees into your chest. Give them a big hug. Release your feet to the mat. Open the knees up, hips width distance. Taking bridge, pushing your feet into the mat, start to lift your hips up towards the ceiling. Looking up. And then slowly roll back down and let the knees knock in together. Now let's take it one more time. You can either take bridge again or take wheel. If you're taking wheel, move your arms up overhead, with the fingertips pointed at your shoulders. Either way, open your knees up as wide as your feet, hips width distance, and everybody push your feet into the mat as you lift your hips. If you're coming into wheel, then you push your hands into the mat to lift your shoulders and your head. Maybe looking down at the mat, maybe looking forward at the wall behind you. Slowly release. Come down to the mat. Bring your knees into your chest and give them another big squeeze. Good. Open your arms out to a T and allow your knees to drape over to the right, finding the spinal twist. Really melt the shoulder blades down here. Allow them to just fall towards the mat as you release into your twist. Perhaps reaching forward with your right hand to grab the outside of your left knee. And then open the arms to a T again as you bring your knees into your chest and then drape them over to the left. Again, melting the shoulders down onto the mat. Perhaps reaching down with your left hand to grab the top of the right knee. Pulling your knees down a little further to find a deeper stretch. Inhale as you come back to center. Stretch your legs long down on the mat and stretch your arms above you. Really get a long, long stretch here. Good. And then slowly start to roll up, bringing your arms overhead, your forehead comes up, your back comes up, come up to a seated position. Inhale as you lengthen your legs, flex your feet, bring your arms overhead, and then on your next exhale, fold forward again into Paschimottanasana, bowing that forehead close to your knees or to your shins, lengthening on your inhale and exhaling as you go a little deeper. Start to walk your hands back to center. Bend your right knee. Open the right knee out to the right. Putting the sole of the right foot on the inside of the left thigh. Inhale, bring your arms overhead. Exhale as you hinge forward, bending over that extended left leg. Trying to bring that forehead down close to the leg, to the knee, to the shin. Start to come back up to center. Extend the right leg. Bend the left knee. Open the left knee out to the side as you place the sole of the left foot to the inner right thigh. Arms come overhead on your inhale. Fold forward on your exhale. On your next inhale, walk your hands back to center as you lift your torso. Extend both legs out towards the front of the mat. Find length here. Close your eyes for a moment. And then bend your knees as you scoot down to the middle of the mat and roll your back down onto the mat. Bring your knees into your chest again. Bring your forehead up and try to tuck your forehead into your knees, rolling into a little ball. And then release your back onto the mat. Open your knees up as wide as your rib cage and reach your hands in between your knees, bringing the hands to grab your ankles, or maybe the peace fingers can wrap around the big toes. Lift your feet up, come into happy baby. Those thighs continue to wrap down around your rib cage, finding a really deep stretch in your hips here. Perhaps close your eyes. Release the happy baby. Extend your legs long on the mat. Open them up as wide as the mat and allow the feet to flop open. Bring your arms by your sides, a little wider than your rib cage, palms facing up. Start to let everything go. Really melt down into the mat. Let any tension in your shoulders go and your legs go. Let it all release into the mat as you find relaxation in your final resting pose, Shavasana. slowly begin to bring some awareness back into your body, into the space. And then gently find your way into a seated position, either bending your knees and rolling to the side, or bending your knees and grabbing underneath one or both so that you can gently rock up. Keep your eyes closed. Come to whatever seated position feels good in your body, and release your hands to wherever they might fall. Let's repeat the mantra we spoke at the beginning of class, either aloud or to ourselves. I am united with the vibration of the infinite. I am united with the vibration of the infinite. I am united with the vibration of the infinite. Inhale as you bring your arms overhead. Exhale, palms come to touch. Bring the hands down in front of the third eye center, right in between your eyebrows. Thank you so much for practicing with us today. Namaste.